Alex, one of the reasons I wanted to invite you on the show is because I've been watching and liking what you've been doing with PodMatch, but you also just launched a new SaaS project called Podcast SOP. Podcast Standard Operating Procedures, right? Podcast SOP. Tell me a little bit about this. Why did you start Podcast SOP?
Yeah, so same thing, like I mentioned, I am passionate about the podcasting industry, so I'm going to always be looking for problems to create solutions for in this industry. And so now, like, my network is PodMatch, so I do a lot of time with those people, but I realized that a certain percentage of hosts would disappear every month. And at first I was just like, oh, I guess that's just churn in SaaS, right? That just means people are just dropping off and disappearing. But I was like, I want to find out why they're leaving, because I thought maybe it was a problem with the software. So I started just emailing these people one at a time and like, hey, saw you left, like, no big deal. Like, again, like leaving room to be nice. I'm like, no big deal. Just wanted to know like what made you leave. And it was almost every single time. It was rare that it wasn't this. Oh, I actually decided to stop podcasting. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense why you'd leave then. Like, yeah, I'd leave too if I wasn't podcasting anymore. But I just heard that time and time again. And finally I just started asking. I was like, well, let me find out why people are stopping. And the first thing, Mark, that you know is everyone kind of has, not everybody, but a lot of people have like a false expectation of the monetization that comes with podcasting. Like, yes, many of us think that within 6 months we'll be able to quit our job and just focus on podcasting full time. And that's just not the reality of the beast. I mean, it's not. Like, there are ways you can do it, but it's not what most people think when they get into it. And Podcast SOP doesn't solve that problem. But the next most common thing I heard was the stress involved in producing a podcast. And that's why I always tell people, like, use someone like Mark, who is going to take that pressure away so you can just stay passionate about it instead of getting bogged down. Super important, but not everyone, as you know, not everyone will invest in themselves in that way. So I wanted to find some sort of opportunity for those people that wanted to still feel like they're somewhat in control. And so we built Podcast SOP, which literally helps podcasters release podcast episodes. It's funny, Mark, initially what I did actually is I was recommending people to use like Monday.com or Asana or Basecamp or Trello. Like, I was telling them all that. The problem was, if you don't have experience with those and you're already stressed about podcasting, and I just gave you something that literally does 20,000 different things, that does not help your stress at all. So I was like, I can't recommend this. So we literally built a service. It's basically project management software, but the only thing it does is help you release episodes on time. That's the sole focus of it. And again, we just saw the need. We want to help more people continue podcasting, because like you, I believe that like the independent voices that come out through podcasting is the greatest value that's getting out of the world right now. And I do not want to see that stop.
Thanks for watching Mark Savant Media. Here we're going to help you create a better content in less time and turn that attention into income. If you love this video, you're going to love these videos here. Click the one. Me and my team specially selected this just for you. Click the link. Check out the video. I'll catch you here next time on Mark Savant Media. Peace.